We're doing some stuff with them now as well. Can't recommend him highly enough. So without further ado, I want to say welcome, Danny. Big round of applause. Thank you. All right, cheers, mate.
Fantastic. I'm very excited to give this presentation and also a little bit challenged as well. I'm excited because there's just so much that's changed with SEO over the past couple of years, and I've got a new framework that we've been working on that I'll be launching during this presentation that we haven't shared before. And I enjoy speaking early on at a conference because it helps me sort of set the tone for the rest of the event as well. So, but it does also, this presentation, have a few challenges as well. The challenges being, I've only got 60 minutes to give you everything that you need to know about SEO to do well in 2015. And it's a very complex topic, and oftentimes a lot of my workshops, they'll go for an entire day. So to try and break that down, I needed to do the 80-20. I need to give you the 20% that is going to give you the 80% of the result when it comes to SEO. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about modern SEO. We're going to talk about authority content, what it is, how to create it, and how to syndicate it. And I want these strategies to form the cornerstone of your marketing in 2015 and beyond. We've got to really future pacing, thinking about where Google's going, to make sure that you set yourself up for the best chance of success. So just to get a little bit of an idea, can you just raise your hand if you've ever done any form of SEO before? Okay, so a good number. I'll get you to keep your hand raised if you've done SEO for more than 3 years. Yeah, so still a good portion. And I'll get you to, of those who have been doing it for more than 3 years, leave your hand up if you're still using the same strategies and techniques that you have been using 3 years ago today. You're still using it, and you're still getting the same results that you did 3 years ago as well. Okay, one hand up back. Okay, it's only a matter of time before Google squashes that loophole. So what we need to recognise is that the game has changed. SEO used to be the holy grail of marketing, and a lot of people have some expectations around what they believe SEO is and what SEO can achieve. And it might be because they've done SEO in the past, or they've heard someone who's done it, and they've got an idea of hey, I can list out all of these keywords that I want to be ranking #1 for, I'll give it to my SEO, and I'll expect them to do it. And we get that all the time, but the game has changed, and people, it's like they're SEOing like it's 2010 when we're now at the end of 2014. So times have changed, and we really need to update our strategy and our thinking. And SEO can be the holy grail of your marketing. It can be a really critical component, and you need to make the determination: is it something that you're going to do, or are you going to get an external party to do it for you? And that comes down to whether or not you can make the ROI work for you. Getting an external SEO to work on your space now, it's more expensive. The landscape's a lot more competitive, and to get that result, SEO doesn't make sense for everybody unless you bring it in-house. So as we go through what I'm going to talk about here today, I'll give you what you need to do, and then in your head you can make the decision: is this something that I can embrace, or is this something that I'll need to get an external to do? So as we go, SEO has been changing. Lots of different algorithm updates. There's Penguin, there's Panda, there's Hummingbird. There are all of these different updates, plenty of different updates that haven't even been named. And the rate at which these updates are getting rolled out is increasing. Like Google just keeps updating, algorithm update after algorithm update after algorithm update. So you just need to be aware that, like the gentleman up the back that's still using the techniques that worked 3 years ago and still getting great results, that because the speed at which Google's catching up with those little loopholes, they're going to squash that. So you're much better off doing SEO that really stands the test of time and is going to last. I think the reason Google's had to do this as well, it kind of makes sense. They're fighting a lot of spammy content that's out there on the web, and they need to keep evolving their algorithm and updating things, because they need to keep making sure that there's a great user experience for the end provider, because that keeps people coming back to Google, and that means they can then sell the advertising space around. So it's very important for them to make sure that they provide the profile. So they said, I am an SEO. And the number has dropped significantly now. SEO isn't a profession. People are seeing it as a skill. It's just one of the skills of many things. And part of that is because SEO now needs to encompass so many different things. It's not just about those links. It's not just about stuffing another keyword in. So then that brings up the question, well, how do we know what Google's thinking? Like, what is their algorithm? Nobody knows, and they're constantly updating it. So where do we go to find the best possible information and insight into understanding the way that Google actually works? Google. You go to the horses now. So Google had this most recent document that was leaked, is the Google's quality rating guidelines for 2014. Only leaked a few months ago. This is about the fifth iteration of this document that has been leaked. So whether or not it's happening, by a Google employee or whether it's done by design, we don't know. But this gives us the best insight into what's actually going on over at Google. And I'll give you a link to be able to download it at the end of the presentation as well. I've read it numerous times, that's my job. And one of the biggest insights that I got is this new acronym, and you may or may not have heard of it. Just give an idea. Has anyone heard of the EAT mantra that Google is now preaching? Okay, this is good because this means that you're right on the leading edge of what Google's looking for. And this means that you can potentially, I don't know, now I'm getting signals of that. Okay, now further. Yeah, okay. My voice very well. So the insight that we're getting from Google is that they're looking for websites and presences that demonstrate expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness, which is this EAT mantra. And it's throughout the entire document. It flows into what Greg talks about with ZMOT, which I'll tie all of this together. But they're basically now looking for, they consider high-quality pages and websites need enough expertise to be authoritative and trustworthy on their topic. Because Google's finding it hard to know who they should trust and who they should avoid. Just like when you go to the web, sometimes it's hard to tell who should you trust and who should you avoid. It's hard. So they're now relying on this idea of expert and authoritative status. And it becomes the trump card. Now, usually I like to have my presentation just full of images, and that's all I do. But I thought for this presentation, because I'm referencing a specific Google document, I'm going to take snapshots of the document itself that you can then kind of reference and grab the point numbers so when you download the document later you can see. But they basically said that a very positive reputation can be the reason for using the high rating on an otherwise medium page. What does that mean? That means it's the trump card. That means you can have other things not being quite up to standard, but if they see you as an authority, if they see you as an expert, they'll mark your page as high. It's a case of all boats float on a rising tide. And the rising tide is positioning yourself as an expert and positioning yourself as an authority. This is not the first time that we've heard Google say this. Earlier this year, Eric Schmidt came out and they